man next to me right here and the rest of OG played better than we've seen in a very long time.
Nexa, welcome to the semi-finals, man. Congratulations. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels really good. Feels...
We're jumping around cables, don't worry.
Feels really good, obviously. I think this tournament itself means a lot for us to actually show what we are capable of. That, you know, we know that we had a rough couple of months, but coming in here and actually playing some high-level CS and proving it that we can do it is, you know, that's the confidence boost that we needed.
And this confidence boost, right? We saw it in your gameplay that was coming out. Your teammates are just memeing you behind you, mate, don't worry. We saw the confidence boost come out on the server. First, obviously, taking down Heroic, they have the stand-in, you maybe question it. But this one against Vitality, this was dominant. And finally, a Mirage win. What has changed? What do you look at before you come to the tournament? What did you change?
I think I took a lot more responsibility for myself in a sense that, you know, give everyone freedom and everyone can be as loose as they can. Didn't really work in this team because I think our visions in general of how we want to play Counter-Strike were very different, so we were kind of split into groups, and you know, someone had to take the reins. Obviously, I'm the in-game leader, it's my responsibility, right? So, you know, give us one direction and, you know, one style of play that everyone, whether they like it or not, they have to follow it, you know, so that's pretty much what's changed.
All players being on the same page is certainly a positive. I was also speaking to your new mental coach, Ryan, as well. Can you just maybe add to the level of what that's helped with? Because he was talking about being with you guys on boot camp before and then coming here.
Yeah, I think it's helped a lot to maintain level-headed, and I think some of the comebacks that we made in the last two games have been like in part thanks to him as well. I think he's done a really good job in conditioning us to not give up in a sense, you know, and like keep fighting throughout the end and believe in ourselves more than we did previously, you know, and yeah, like overall, I think he's a great addition to our team.
You touched upon it a little bit yourself. You're saying that you're a more well-rounded team now. Everyone is buying into the same idea as well. Dexter having a great tournament. We saw neufrag go off. We've seen all players basically having good moments. Do we feel like there's a massive difference from the OG we're seeing today contra the OG we saw 2 months ago?
Yeah, there's definitely a massive difference because we are basically united, you know, and we are flying under one banner, as you could say. So, yeah, like there is no more room for, like, you know, individual play or like solo plays. Like, you know, even if it looks from the outside that someone is doing a solo play, like everything has, like, you know, everything has a follow-up. Like, we understand if this guy is doing this, we understand how to follow up now. You know, like we are all playing as a single unit and we're all playing for each other instead of just playing for ourselves.
Has that been hard to install in the guys? It's still a relatively young squad as well, and has it been tough for them to give up some of that freedom?
Yes, it's definitely been tough, and you know, we had a rough patches. Obviously, this is not like a one-day thing. I just woke up and said it's gonna be, you know, I was trying to do this for a lot of time, you know, and at the beginning it was difficult. I was trying to do the same thing in the previous events as well, you know, and I think the more we play together, like, and more we solidify ourselves with this particular style, like, you know, the more we learn about like each other as teammates, how does Flames like to play, how does Dexter like to play, you know, I think the better we become.
I also want to touch on the fact you just said about like not so much having the solo plays. I think when Dexter first came into the team, right, there was a lot of space, there was a lot of change within it. Do you feel that had negatively impacted like the likes of neofrag and Fiku at the time, and now you've brought it all together?
It did kind of impact them negatively. Just because the way the team was structured before bringing in Dexter is like Mantu was like the supportive piece in the team, you know, being kind of the supportive control op, and then the reason why we took neofrag and Fiku was to give them space to let them play how we know that they can, and then bringing in Dexter, a lot of space got taken away from them because Dexter is not your typical control support op. He is the superstar, and he is proving it even at this event, you know. So yeah, it took some time to adjust to it, you know, and we had to swap around some roles as well to make things fit because, you know, having 3 playmakers is always very difficult. So, you know, taking space away from someone just had to happen.
And how important and how nice is it for you now to have everyone on the same page, right? Because if we even look back to G2 to where you are now, I think you've had the same problems.
Yeah, I think there's just more harmony, and I think with the younger guys, they believe in me, you know, more, and they trust me. You know, they don't second guess me or try to, like, you know, push their own narratives that much. You know, it's like my word is final, and whatever I say goes, whether it's good or bad.
Listen, you know your team better than we know your team. The level we've seen so far here, you said it yourself, it's been high level. Is that what we can expect from the future as well for OG? Because I've been positively surprised, and I want to see more of this.
Yeah, I think if we keep going in this path and no one, you know, strafes or goes like in a different road, I think we can only get better.
Okay.
And I just want one final question next before I let you go. I know you want to probably celebrate and also just unwind a little bit after that one. But in terms of the noise that was around your team in particular coming into this event, was that easy to block out? Did that bother you at all?
It didn't bother us at all because honestly, we couldn't do any worse than we previously did, right? So,
I love your honesty, mate. Well, congratulations, you've made it to the semi-finals. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the arena, mate.
Thank you, and shout out to Striker.
Striker's always getting one in there.